but I'll start the recording right now, so we'll not miss out on anything. And I'll just share my screen. Okay. So I think whatever we discussed in the first breakout room was like taught by the LM only about like the circular curtain panel and everything, right? So Lakshmi, do you mind if I mute you? Okay. Yeah. Okay, moving to the second activity. I think for the second activity, we need to create a custom panel where I will connect this to the topic where I mentioned that panels are separate standalone entity and it's more like a family, a separate family, right? Similarly, you can see we kind of went to this particular family template to create a panel, right? So in the second activity, you have to. Oh, by the way, new challenge is coming up. So I'm just looking for some images. Really fun. I have drafted a text as well on Hangout. We'll drop it right after the session. Okay, so for the second activity, there are two parts. One, which is more like this is bonus part. It's okay if you don't want to do it, but if you do it, just drop your file on queries. But this part is compulsory where you need to create a panel with lowers like this, right? And this is how the panels are going to be. Now let's just start and
Are you
model it.
recording, please?
Yeah, yes, I'm recording this time. Let me verify again if I'm recording.
What about the
Yes.
previous breakout room recording?
Uh, I will just record like right after the session. I will just record it separately and will drop it on the channel. Will that be
Or
fine?
can you borrow it from some other breakout room and post it here?
Oh yeah, I have it from my previous batch. I'll share it with you.
Okay.
So yeah, that will again. I kind of
Same,
have
no,
the same concept.
something similar.
Yeah, it's same. It's same. The same topic, same activity. Different faces though. Right. Okay. So here you can see we have the framework. So basically, what we are going to do, as I mentioned, let's say that this is a curtain wall like this, right? And let's say that we kind of added multiple grids in between. Grids. Lot of grids, right? And then let's say that this is the panel you want to customize, right? And what you can get over here to customize is mainly a space, a mainly rectangular space, and you can do anything inside this, like anything, right? So that's what we are going to do. So if I just close multiple tabs and if I just show you the top view and the front view, you can figure out, right? It's more like a rectangle, and that's all you need to do. So simply let's just create a panel first. I'll go to the reference level. I will just drop a simple extrusion, which will have some thickness uh, more like maybe 50 mm or so. 50 millimeter. 50 millimeter will again too much. We can go 30 millimeter. It's good enough, right? And click OK. Now once I click OK, I have to make sure that I kind of align those with all the edges, right? How to do that? Simply use the align tool. Align to reference plane, lock. Align to reference plane, lock. Reference plane edge, lock. Reference plane edge, lock. Right? If I go to 3D, you will see we have a simple straight vertical panel, nothing fancy, which is again dark in color. We can just change the color of it as well from here. I will just change it to the glass. Okay. Simple panel. Right. Now what I before like we move forward, okay, let's just try to do something. I will just load this particular family into our project, right? And once you load it, so whenever you load any family, let's say that you created a table family and you load it into the project. The first thing Revit will show is place the table somewhere. But that's not the case with the curtain panel. When you load it, it will be loaded and saved inside the project. You will never get any option of like placing it because we don't place panels, we replace them, right? So I will simply select any panel like this and I'll just try to replace it with the one we imported. So this is the one, family one by default name imported, right? This is the one we created. Now it looks same, nothing fancy, nothing different because it's like a plain panel. And now let's try to modify it. So what we need to do here is just simply creating lowers. So if I just go to left side and I will just create simple lowers by extrusion again. Now again, I'm not following any dimension because This activity is about understanding the lowers. You don't have to be very precise with the dimension. Except if you are Prasanna, she is very precise with things I noticed. So yeah, rotate. I'll rotate it in this direction. There is one good fact about rotate. Let's say that you select this part and you try to rotate the tool. You can see it will always select by the center. But let's say that if you want to select an edge, you can just simply select rotate, and here you can see there is one option of center of rotation. So if I click it and if I select this corner and try to rotate it, you can see it's kind of getting rotated with that particular edge. So once that's done, what I will do now is just simply create an array. Okay, I think we cannot create an array. We need to complete the model first, but let's just do one thing. I'll just copy this further. I'm not following any dimension. I just want to show you how panel thing works, right? So here, and I can just copy this thing as whole as well. Something like this, right? I'll just click finish. We'll go to 3D. You will see it's like weirdly halfly done. So obviously we have to like match it to the extents, right? So again, go to some external view and align it. I'm using AL as shortcut to start the align menu directly. Lock, this lock. Okay. Now you can see it's kind of ready. Now if I load this into the project override existing, you can see it's having the panels ready. So that's how you can achieve things like this. Now you can see the number of elements are more than overall length. So basically, why this happened, because the distance between this line. Let me change the color. Okay, the distance between this line and this line is lesser than the distance we created these panels, right? So for example, if I simply go to the family itself and maybe just delete two or more panels inside it. For example, if I go to exterior and simply measure the dimension, you will find that this dimension is more. It's like 4000. And if I go to the project and if I check the panel height, which is up to this particular distance, right? Let's try and add dimension string. We'll have to go to some elevation to do that. Here you can see the distance is 2.7 meter. That's why the panel, got extended above. So what I will do is, firstly, I'll just remove this thing here on my drawings. 3D. And I think I will just delete a few, maybe half of them. Click OK. Load it into the project like this. All right, and now you can see we will have a lesser ones, right? And that's pretty much of it. Now all you have to do is to simply select the panels in which you have to change, replace it. Now there is a shortcut to do that. Like I will have to select every single panel. That's obviously not a good aspect to go with. So select one panel and from here, just click on isolate category. And you can see all the curtain panels are visible now, something like this, right? So what I can simply do is just simply select them like this. See, all the panels are selected now, and we'll just drop down the menu, and here you go, our family number one. Now it will give me some warning because you can see these two panels are actually getting cut use by the roof, and that's why we are not able to replace them. So now these are the things which will be countered by the adaptive components which we are going to study. So these are like limitations of curtain wall, right? What I mean to say, it's like, let's say if I unhide this, you will see that these two curtain panels are kind of getting cut by the roof. That's why it's not able to actually achieve it. But this is the overall activity where you have to replace it. And whatever you do inside the panel, it will obviously reflect. Do we need to add framework around lowers? Yes, Mukul, if you want, you can do that. For example, if you want to show some framework just to have a fixed lower, just to have some maybe support or something, something like this. You can definitely do that. And let's say that if you want to align it, can align it as well. This to this lock, and the bottom one will as we will lock to like this. And if I load, so basically whatever you do, anything inside this thing, it will reflect as the panel. And now again, it has the, I mean, I have not followed any dimension, that's why it's looking like this. But yeah, Nilesh was missing the audio. I'm not sure which audio you're asking about. Okay, now, okay, do you have any doubt about this? If yes, let me know, or I can just show you the first activity itself in this particular breakout room. Are we good? Let me know in the chat. Clear. Great. Great, great, great.
Siddhant,
Yes. Who is it?
Johnny.
Hi, Johnny. What's up?
Yeah. If we give parameters for the, like, if instead you use the copy, instead if you use the array for the top and bottom and lock it as per we did in the last activity, will
Uh-huh.
it adjust according to the height of the panels?
Yes, it will. It will. Now you'll have to make it parametric where I'm revealing a lot of things because I wanted to keep it a challenge. But let's say that we will use the same fundamentals which we use in the family, where we will use the array tool. So basically, length divided by number of lure. So what you need to do is create one lure, okay, and then create an array out of it, top and bottom, right? So similarly, the way we were modifying the table length to add more chairs, we will use the same fundamental. So height of panel will actually give you the number of lures. So yes, you can
Okay.
achieve that. I
Okay.
mean, that's the overall challenge that I want to show. I want to give you. It also includes, like, again, adding the array is very easy job. So what's the point of having a challenge, right? Now I want you guys to make it rotatable as well, rotatable as well, where you can put angles to the lowers and the number of this too. So it's like both ways. Well, we'll definitely drop the instruction. I have written the text. I just have to share it right after the session. Right. Yeah. And getting back to the activity one, it's really easy, considering the fact that we have completed the whole session. Uh, all you have to do is to go to this particular view, L1, and here we need to draw a curtain wall. So to draw a curtain wall, go to architectural tab from here, architectural wall from here, and you need to select the CW facade one. And just simply, you can just trace it using the pick line as well. That will do the job like this. Right, once you have the curtain wall ready, if you go to 3D, you will see it's not up to the edge. So what I'm going to do now, edge, select, or not all, select these three curtain walls. I think I selected mullion as well. So these three curtain walls, and I will just simply attach it to the roof like this. And I think you need to change the corner part as well, where you can simply select the one of the mullion like this. Okay, if you go to the plan, you can select it from the plan as well, something like this. Select them, unpin them, and from the drop down menu you can change the mullion type to the trapezoidal corner mullion. And it will definitely delete this one because we don't need it, right? So delete the element and you will get a smooth finish. And in order to add a door, all you have to do is just simply select the mullion which you don't want to see, unpin, delete it. There will be a grid inside. We have to, like, right now we need a complete panel. We don't need a separate panels, right? That's why we select the grid. Here is one option of add and remove. Click on that. Click on remove grids, and you can simply select the panel and can replace it with the door, right? This is how you can achieve it as well. Now I'll share
If
the
the
old recording too. Yeah, Prabhu.
if the grid is there, then that door will not form there, right? It will not get formed.
Yes. Yes. For example, let's say I delete this thing, and if the grid is there, now I won't be able to select the complete panel. It will be always
Complete
a
panel.
separate panel. Even if I select like two panels separately, and if I just go to drop down and try to select the door, you'll see there will be two doors separately pressed. So it won't be able to, we won't be able to get it. In fact, if even if I select tab, right, like this, okay, and add and remove segment, and if I just remove it randomly, you can see the mullion will be erased as well.
But in this case, where these two doors have formed next to each other, it
Mhm.
is an impossible situation, no? Because without that mullion in the center, the door will not sit there, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely not practical, and it's just like Revit allows you to do some things. Like Revit do not understand what is practical and what is not. So obviously not recommended. But it's just like Revit find this door and this glass panel both as a panel. Revit do not identify the difference between them, right? So that's why.
Siddhant,
I Sonali,
how do
yes.
we change one of the panel to, let's say a window, pivoted window kind of a thing,
Yeah. So
if we want to
simply,
do it?
yeah, let's say that if you want to do the window thing, so all you need to do is again create a family of window. For example, the way we created
We
a
have to
lower like
create
this.
it. There is no inbuilt family.
There will be default families in library you can find, but
Okay,
by default you won't be able to see. But even if you create a window family, it needs to be loaded and used as panel. You won't be able to see that into the family, but you will have to select the panel like this, and then you
understood,
will be
understood.
able to find that particular here. So anything regarding the curtain wall, it can be fixed panel, glass panel, curved panel, like whatever family you do, it will be reflected as a panel. You won't be able to place it, place it or maybe directly find it in some other tab, right? So yeah, that's the catch with the curtain walls. How did you merge two panels? I simply deleted a mullion in between. For example, if I want to merge these two panels, I'll click tab until I get this grid highlighted. Select the grid, remove the grid in between. You can see we have like a one panel. Now, as I told you, Revit find the door and the panel as a panel only. That's why it merged itself, right? It did not give me any warning of should I delete one or things like that. Door above how to create fixed glass. I'm not able to understand that, Muthu. Thickness of panel. You can adjust the thickness of panel. Like again, the panel is nothing but a family. But if the family is having the parameter of thickness, you can do it. For example, this family is having thickness parameter available. So if I just change it to maybe 500 millimeter, click OK, you can see the thickness will change. Now thickness with every panel will change because I have not created duplicate here, which is not a good thing to do. Always create a duplicate when you are experimenting something. But you can see all the panel thickness got upgraded, right? So yeah, yes, it will work the same with the glass extra glaze wall too. I can sense Prabhu, you want to ask
Siddhant,
something.
No,
Uh,
just the way you place doors.
mhm.
So, are there some families available for placing openable panels? Like they
Yeah,
open
yeah,
with the
yeah, we
top
have it.
hinge, top hinge.
Yes, rotatable families. Yes, we do have them, and there
Can you
are
just show? Can you just show?
uh,
And is it possible to keep show it as open in the elevation, like in that
yes, we can
position?
do it. So the family has to be done in that way. So for example, let me just find some families. Till I find it, someone just asked something. I think
yeah,
it was,
I
yeah,
was
Tarush.
asking, how
Yeah.
did you remove the grid in between?
Okay. In order to remove the grid in between, all you need to do is I'll just undo this thickness thing first. Irritating me. Yeah. So first thing first, you can simply select the mullion, delete it. Okay. Now all you can see there is a grid. Click on that. Now this option will give you a choice to remove a segment, not like complete grid. If I click on that and if I hover over this segment, the grid will be gone, right? So it will give you the option. Now if I want to
Okay,
add the grid
but
again,
only for this segment, right?
yeah, only for the segment, like it will understand if this grid is intersecting, then definitely there is a segment below. That's how Revit identifies it. And let's say if you want that grid back, a grid, ghost grid, I'll say, will be always there. Click on that, add, select, and you have the grid back,
Okay, thank you.
right? Yes. Muthu dropped something. I'll just download it and we'll see what he's trying to say. And I will definitely find some families for you, Prabhu, as well. I mean, there are multiple websites from where you can find them, though. Let's just check what.
Potential security issue detected.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I also received the same warning when I tried to download it. What exactly have you
Mut-
shared, Muthu? Is it going to brick my
Muthu
system?
is hacking our system.
Muthu, are you trying to hack my system? Okay, let me see. So Muthu just dropped an image. Okay, something like this. So you had some question. How? Ah, okay. So it's the same thing, Muthu. All you have to do is like remove the mullion in between. Like,
Breakout room is going to close now.
yeah, I think the room might will end. But yeah, this is how you can, create a panel. Just just play around the grids and you'll understand exactly how to do it, right? That's pretty much
Openable
of it.
panel.
Openable panel, I'm finding the family. Let me just find it. You can find it from the Autodesk as well. Uh Curtain panel, right? Let's see. Just search